Where's the there it is. Right, now I need to connect camera again. This. There's another OBS thingy open. It's annoying me. Okay. Right. Is the audio fine? Yo, Tim. Turn that back on. And I close the door. Is the audio fine? I think it's live. It says excellence on the I'm just hoping the audio is working. Right. Okay. So I'm going to have to manually pick up the camera. But it's on charge as well at the same time. 14% battery. So, just so you know what I've been going through. That is the computer I'm using to stream from, by the way. It's I call it one of my portable computers. That's where the phone's going to be sitting. And, that's the mic I'm using. It's the Fifine. Don't know what brand it is. Well, it's a Fi, but I can't remember what the mode is. And yeah, and I've had to bring the Ethernet adapter thing from downstairs to connect to the computer. It's an old Dell system. It doesn't have much. Now it's saying there's a warning. OBS, no. YouTube is saying there's now an issue. What issue is that? Current stream bit rate. They always complain about the bit rate. Always the bit rate. Output 25,000 kbps. Yeah, it just bugs me when it says that, because now YouTube live control went white. The chat's going white on the thingy. It's trying to make up its mind here. It says good connection, so I don't know how much buffering there's going to be. Anyway, so I am following the video on my other iPhone, not my iPhone 12. This was the old iPhone I had before the iPhone 12, which is up there. The reason why I got an iPhone 12 is because the smartwatch, the Apple smartwatch, didn't work with my old one. So I had to upgrade to a bit of a newer version. So, I'm not going to show their video on stream. I'm going to try not to do that because of copyright and everything. I know with my computer upstairs, I've got a blur thingy, so I can actually use the prism lens, because with the prism lens, I don't know how well it's going to work, but I don't know if it's going to work well with the front. So we've got some hoo-ha's here, garlic. So they've got garlic. They've got it looks like they've got 2 on the video. They've got honey. They've got a jar honey. I have got the bottled honey that I've been sitting in hot water to try and make it a bit more, you know, that. They've also got butter. Let me turn the thingy off. There we go. So they've got the butter, particularly this type of butter. So garlic, butter, honey. They've got lemon. They've got the lemon stuff, but because I don't have that, which one's that? That's lime. That's lemon. Lemon juice. We've got a pan of water already on the stove. Let's just turn that back up. That's 12. Don't leave on too long because the water evaporates. I found that out. Oh yeah, and don't forget the most important thing: no cross contamination. Okay, let me connect my phone back up to its charger. There we go. Don't know how. So we've got that. So it's Will that's currently doing. Will is currently doing his recipe, so that's the recipe I'm following. I don't have trout. They've got fresh trout that they went fishing with. I've got something similar. What else do they have? So they've got sapphire. They've got some sort of sapphire thing. So the only closest thing I've got to sapphire is some beans. And what I'm doing, instead of the trout, I am using a mild and delicate Scottish smoked salmon. That's what I got from the store. So, and we need a jug, because he's got a jug. He's got a jug. So I've now got a jug. I am going to try and rotate you guys round so you can see what I'm doing. Let's tilt the phone down a little bit. I don't think I can zoom in. Let me see if I can zoom in. There we go. I think that's pretty much everything in view there. I really need to stop this now. Okay, so we got that, we got the butter, we got that, got that, that we've got. Chicken stock. Chicken stock. So I don't know what type of stock cubes Will used on Off the Hook, but if I can get it out, I don't even know how many did he put in? He did mention how many he put in. I don't think he mentioned how many he put in. So I don't know how many chicken stocks he added to the pan. He's got 2 frying pans, one for the fish and one for the thing. So I will get this frying pan. That one can go on there. You can't see it, but I will reorganise the camera shortly. Now I'm guessing I can fry salmon. Salmon. Does it tell me? Ready to eat. For best results, leave to stand at room temperature for 10 to 15 minutes before serving. Scottish salmon curd with sea salt and demerara sugar smoked over oak and pineapple wood chips. So it says it's ready, how to prepare. So it's been sat in the fridge since not yesterday, Friday I think it was. When was my meeting with Universal Credit? It was Friday or was it Saturday? It was Friday. So this salmon has been sat in the fridge since Friday. So it should be fine. It's not even been opened yet. It's still sealed. But I'm thinking of, because they put 2 trouts in the pan. So because this is a solid, I might cut it in half, sort of, somehow. And just try and match. So big, good chunk of butter. Need a knife. I don't need that big enough knife. Big chunk of butter. He said a big knob. That's a big knob. Me. He then puts it into the pan. So if I bring you guys round, lift you up, how far can I zoom in? Hang on, I'm turning the wrong knobs on the stand. Oops. Hang on. There we go. You can tell I don't work much with bloody camera stands, don't you? It would be nice if I had a proper, like, Canon camera, because it wouldn't be too difficult. So, the knob of butter puts in a pan. I should probably switch that over. Like that. So he puts it on. Don't know how high, but it's to the point where it's just starting to melt. So I put it on number 7. Let's I might have to re-warm the I don't get, with these bottled honeys. See, I don't have to even walk that close to the camera. But these type of honeys, why does it have white bits in it when it's been sat for a long time? I never understood that in bottles. So that goes over there. Pan with just boiling water, which I've already got. So he's got a pan for the trout fillet. So at this moment, we're just having the butter sort of melt. So with this being on a live stream, there's going to be no cuts, so it's going to be pretty much from start to finish. What did he do? I'm not going to guess. We'll leave the chicken stock cubes there for now. Throw them back in. Let's put the butter back in the fridge. We got that. Let's wash as you go along. Probably put some more hot water in the in there. So obviously, Will didn't actually do the thing with the pan. He just let it sit there to come out. I'm going to turn that back down. We don't want it to bubble. I don't think we want the butter to bubble. What do they do?
Purely without spraying the sunflower is for truffles. So first go to the pan, get your garlic.
Garlic. Call it garlic. So we do have a garlic crusher, but here it is. I think we just crush it. I was hoping to actually try and stream this earlier, but there was a lot of faffing around going on, so it was sort of just after midnight. Before I should continue, let's zoom this out. There we go. It goes. So, bearing in mind this is the same as how they're doing it from start till finish. Oh, twat. Not squeeze any more out of that. Got it. Get rid of that. This is why I don't always use the things, because the bloody thing gets stuck. What I might do is I might add some extra garlic. There's the jar version. Smoked chopped garlic in a jar. I'm going to add low battery, yes, whatever. I'm going to put some of this in. I know they only use 2, but I'm not going to try and get too much. I think that's about enough. Golly. Okay. Okay, what do they do next?
Butter, which is just flour.
Garlic and butter. As Will and Dad does it. There we go. It looks like he just stirs it a little bit. Now, obviously, he still had a lump of butter in the pan to stir, but mine kind of melted, but it's on low temperature anyway. I've also tagged Off the Hook on the title as well. And then what Will does, he goes, there you go. You know, I can imagine if Off the Hook watched this back. In their previous videos, they said you don't have to make the noise, but it's one of those videos where you follow from start till finish on how they do it.
It's just sort of let it bubble, so it's just starting to take a little bit of colour. It's not going to go right. While that's
So it's bubbling on that one. It's not even bubbling here yet. But we don't want to burn the garlic. Right, that is now at 12. Maximum temp. That's slowly starting to bubble. Maybe bibs. I'm going to turn that down because I don't want to burn it. I'll get a zoom up on that if I can. That's as far as I can zoom in. I'll tell you what. Rhea. Bubbly, bubbly. Very bubbly. Now turn it down. Back to 2. Now, I need to connect. I was going to use my Elgato camera, but my Elgato camera will not work with this Dell system because there's no 3.0 ports. It's all black ports. Because this old computer only has 2.0 ports. So with the chicken stock, it looks like I'm going to slowly take that off the heat so I'm not burning it. And I need to bring this kettle over here because if I connect it in there, with the way that I've got that thing laid out, I'll plug it in and I'll lose connection. So I shall do it over here. I'm assuming he used kettle water, so I'm going to use kettle water. Lemon, my lemons. Anyway, that shouldn't take too long. And what we're going to do is put hot water in here, put the chicken stocks in there, and just let it go. while how far do they? So 100 ml. So that's litres. 1 pint litres. So 100 millilitres, but these are half litres. I can't read litres on bloody things, but there's 100 litre, but I'm probably gonna try and get it just to this bottom line because these are half pints. Half litres. Technically, it's not raw, but technically it is raw, even though it's yeah. So raw meat. And blue is raw fish. It's fish. It's fish. I need the fish one, not the meat one. Fish ball. Let's get that back in there. Fishy. Whoops. Dropped the stock on the floor. Right, what I'm going to do is, while that's boiling, I'm going to put that stock in there. Again, I need to, I probably won't zoom in this time, but I'm putting the stock into the, I'm going to assume that Will added 2 stock cubes, chicken stock cubes. If not, oh well. And this is now ready. Just over 2 FLOZ ounces. But it'll be fine. Stirry, stirry. Obviously, when Dad does his version, he smokes his one. Obviously, I don't have a smoker. Got a Ninja air fryer, but I don't think you can smoke anything with that. I don't see an option for it anyway. Right, let's turn that off. Don't need that. Spoon. Spoon. Just try and not burn yourself. So this is actually the first cooking video or stream I've done for the channel. Because I don't know how many streams ago it was. I was going to mention that I was going to do some cooking streams or videos. In this case, this is technically number one. But once I've got all the once I've got the meat and everything for the beef jerky that I made homemade for, I will sure to either video record it or stream it, and that will be my homemade beef jerky. Because I did actually prepare it and tried it off stream, because it was mainly a trial before doing anything, because if those mistakes happened, I'm not then directing you guys in the wrong direction of it. So I think that's pretty much all. I don't feel any solid blocks anymore. So his Will's Will's chicken stock is a bit more lighter, where it's pretty much like, it's like this colour, but it's more of a see-through. It's more of a see-through on theirs, but again, I don't have everything that they use, so I'm using my initiatives. So now, did he say 200? Yeah, so he said 200 milliliters. I'm sure that'll be enough. Anyway, change the camera position again. I should probably try and save up, or somehow, you know, those cameras that you can plot somewhere and then you can remote control it with your mobile device. I could probably use that as a camera. And what we do is stick that in there. Then we can turn the heat up a bit like Will said. We're going to stir it. Obviously, at the time of setting this stream up, I didn't get a good enough thumbnail. So at the end of the stream, I'll take a thumbnail of it all being on the plate, because you guys are going to see it all on the plate anyway, because there's going to be no cuts in this stream. So it's pure raw video. So because some of these other cooking channels, some of them don't actually say how much you need to have of certain stuff. And they must have cuts in it somewhere, because they don't show the full product. Well, they'll show the full product at the end. For all you know, they could have stuck it in the oven or a microwave or something to warm it up, to cook it, to make it look like it's done. But if you're doing it on a live stream, you can't really cut anything. Well, I can put a break. I can set up a break on the stream, but I'm not going to do that. This is purely going to be just raw footage all the way through. So we've got to let this start to reduce down. So I'm going to turn that up to number 7. Lemani. I've got juiced lemani. So that's bubbly. Bubbly, bubbly, bubbly. My bubbles. Lemonies? Lemonanies, but we're using lemonani juice. I'll just turn that down because we're burning it. So so Will squeezes 4 Lemanis. So I'll probably do 1 squirt, 2 squirt, 3, 4 squirts of it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Give it a stir in. I've already done that, but I'll do it again.
Let's get this pound pot
So we gotta get the big pan heated up for the Trudy. In my case, it's salami or slammy.
splash. A mere suggestion
A splash, mere suggestion
of the oil of olive.
of oil of the olive. That's vegetable oil. Virgin olive oil. So I could have probably used the vegetable oil as well. That might have been too much, but
You want a splash. A mere suggestion of the oil of olive.
he goes, oh, and smells it again. With a,
What's going on?
and then he does that with the pan.
More of this. What? So, take your amazing piece of trout.
So now we get to this bit. Oh, that's very convenient. I don't need to cut it. It's already been cut. It's just overlapped with this one. Salmon. Oh. I've got pots. I best turn that pan down before we start burning oil. Benzene! Bin. Now, so I don't need to cut it, it already came pre-cut. It was just overlapped with the other one. I've got now.
Sorry, down. Let's get in the... No.
So we bring this over here. Reposition the camera. Tilt you up a little bit. Try and zoom in a little bit. So try and not getting as much of a and then you put some second one in. So it's sort of doing the same as it did with them. Well, with Will. Starting to make the colour sort of come up the side there. So this is the salmon, not trout. Because I was only able to get salmon from the supermarketies. I could have got trout, but I was a bit pressed for time, so I didn't take the time to get it. I just grabbed and went.
So,
So then Will adds the honey. Into this pan. Don't want too much. So, and then we stir it in. Probably turn that back up to the heat again. I'm hoping you can cook salmon. I'm sure you, because I know you can eat salmon raw.
lumps of butter, and it actually works.
So he gets a few more lumps of butter. Let's stir that to stop it from burning. Turn that down to 1. And he gets like cubes of butter. I know you can't see me doing this, but I will do it anyway. So he cuts them into like cubes. And then adds them to the pan. To this pan. Now we don't need the fish board. We're done with it. So he gets a whisk. Plastic whisk. Do that to one side. I'm not going to try and do it too rough, so I end up getting it everywhere. I'm already splashing it a little bit here. The reason why I'm out of frame is because you can see it a little bit then. I know you can't probably see much. Let's try and I've got spilled some of it on the cooker. There we go. And then what do? Still whisking it in.
See how when you whisk that in, don't start scratching. That's all. It's right. Easy roll. You almost like.
So add a bit of this. Not this particular. You just throw it in the pan. Yes. Put the butter away.
So, touch that. See how we just left it? It's come about.
So now we flip. I will use the fish. I will just quickly wash it. Just like that. And then we just flip. That. Turn it back up a little bit. This is a bit high. I'm going to stir it again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, with all the ingredients they will put in there, I'm going to add some onion granules. Not too much. That much. So that bit, that's just my custom add-on to it, to that sauce. Apart from that, I've followed most of it from start to finish.
Turn up the sunfire.
Turn that one down. Turn that pan back up. And then so Daz's recipe, he makes like a paste, a trout paste. Obviously, I can't really do that with salmon. Well, you probably could, but because I was doing Will's recipe, both of the salmon being used. But maybe next time I will try and I'll watch the same video, but I'll do Will's. No, not Will's. Daz Black's recipe. Because he smokes it and everything, but I don't know. I'll have to watch some videos on how to smoke fish. If you haven't got a smoker, there's probably ways of doing it. So I've turned the water pan back up. We'll turn this off so we're not burning anything. I'll turn that up because the peas, it's string peas. And I think they've got to be a bit soft. Not fully cooked all the way through. So I'm just washing up as I go along. Best way to be. Of course, you're not supposed to put your hand in the. And my camera switched off. Fantastic. I bet it's because my phone's gone dead. I think the audio is still coming through, yeah. Which is a bit of a pain in the arse. Yeah, that's completely dead. So I've got to wait for that phone to get a bit of charge. Of course, all I'm going to do is when it's ready, I will plate it. I'll set it up how Will has set it up. And I will, I'll leave it until I can get the camera back online. So the stream won't end straight away. So the stream might be a little bit longer than I was intending it for it to be. But because my phone has lost power, I have no camera. I can't use my Elgato camera because there's no 3.0 USB ports on this computer I'm using. Right, I'm turning down. I've turned off the hot water to the peas. I'm giving the sauce more of a bit more of a stir. I'm going to turn the frying pan off that's got the salmon in it because I don't want to burn it. Bearing in mind, because there's no camera, it's still going to be still going to be raw all the way through. So even if I'm talking on what I'm doing, some people might not believe it because there's people out there in the world that said, oh, they've cut the camera off to do the who's, all that stuff. No, not the case. Let me see. I'll get the app on my other iPhone. I'm downloading the Prism live streaming app on my my iPhone 12's just started to boot up again. It's got the Apple icon on it. But it's only on 1% charge. Let's use Google. Yeah. Continue. Okay. Allow. Close that off. Connect. Allow. I will bring up the Prism app on the computer. Okay, connect. And be back. My other phone went dead. Dead teeth. As you can see, it's 2% charge. So, nothing's changed. I've turned the pan off. That was starting to bubble, so I've now got that turned off. I'm just letting it sit there. And this is like a liquid form, as you can see. Again, nothing's changed. Doing this one-handed. I bring that up here. I place that there. It's a bit thick. Let me turn this back up to max, see if I can do anything. Is it showing on the computer yet? So I think because this is a bit thick, I'm now thinking that Will only did one chicken stock cube. I'm going to let it bubble. I'm going to add a bit more, just a bit of water. It's sizzling away. So I added a bit of water to the pan. Let me turn that back down. Bubbly, my bubbles. So again, nothing's changed apart from you just saw me add some water to the to the sauce. Still a bit hot. Still a bit hard. Turn the water back to 12. Yeah, this is gone a bit tips up, I think. It's a bit of like a doughy stuff. So I'm assuming they only put one chicken stock in the thing. Just wondering what I can do with that, because it's like dough in a way. I'm just wondering how I can soften that up. That's too thick. Let me see. Let me see if when I put it in here. It might water it down a little bit. I don't even know what type of chicken stock they used. But that that's just too thick. Like literally too thick. It's like a paste in a way. Like literally some type of paste. So I'm going to try and add it to the pan of water that I've got there. Now I can't get it off the screen. That thick, it's still. Yeah. Right, I'm going to definitely turn that off the heat now because I've spoken too much. Again, it's all raw footage, so you're seeing it as it's unfolding. It's a bit smoky in here. Well, I was wondering why I could smell burning. Yeah. It's what's the word? It has disintegrated. Yes, disintegrated. So, have I got any other? There's no way I can use that. Not a chance. I think that's chopped. I think that colour is the chicken stock colour. But that's Oxo Cube. And it doesn't can't break it properly. So, well, that's a fail with that. There's no way to salvage that. So I'm going to redo the sauce because that can't do anything with that. It's not salvageable, so it's too burned. That's probably why it's smoking so much. Let me see. over. Put that one on the fast charge. Bring this one over here. And connect the charger to this one. Go. Um, So I'm redoing the chicken stock juice at the moment because the last one burnt, so I'm redoing it. lemon juice, lemon juice. One, two, three, four. Wonder if I can do this. So, I need to add another video capture device. Vision Lens 2. So this one hasn't got much power in the on the phone. So this one will end up sitting here while it's charging. So there we go. Video just literally just